What would happen if I mixed an old floppy disk and a digital camera?
The impact of the 3.5-inch microfloppy disk up to 2 megabytes.
Huh? 2 megabytes? In that? Sony!
I've seen some hacking projects use sections of floppy disk material as a cheap infrared filter. The floppy disk blocks visible light but transmits infrared light. So I thought I could create an infrared filter for my modified camera, and I'd compare it to a real expensive infrared filter used for photography. With a professional infrared filter on a full spectrum camera, you get this result out of camera. If you import the raw image in Photoshop, you can drastically change the look of the photo by swapping the RGB channels. These results were made with a Pro filter, but can I get something similar with an old floppy disk? Floppy disks are an older data storage technology that has been largely replaced by CD-ROMs and after that by USB drives and cloud storage. Most people got rid of them or they got damaged over time. I asked my parents and my friends, but no one had any floppy disks. So I asked my wife's grandmother, who is 95 years old, if she had any. She had around 20 floppy disks that she kept for sentimental value. But in the lot, there were 4 blank floppy disks that were brand new, without any data on them. She agreed that I used them for my experiment. First, I need to rip apart the floppy disk. I need to be careful not to get my fingerprints on the plastic disc. I want to put my filter near the sensor of my camera, so I will place the filter on the back of my lens. I will use the same lens on the same full spectrum camera for the floppy filter and the Pro filter. If you want to know how I modified my camera for infrared photography, please watch this video next. I will do all my tests in a Parisian tropical greenhouse. To be honest, I was not sure this hack would work. So when I saw the first image on my camera screen, I was very impressed. Out of the camera, the image looked like an infrared image I would get with a professional filter. Once you swap the channels in Photoshop, the magic really happens. I will shoot the same locations with a professional infrared filter that you clip directly over your camera sensor. The first thing I noticed is how much more vibrant the colors are. The Floppy filter adds 8 stops to the image. But the Pro filter needs less light to make a brighter photo, and your results will be less grainy. At first glance, the logical conclusion would be to dismiss the Floppy filter and choose a Pro expensive filter. But after checking the results for both filters, I can't say I don't like the Floppy results. They are less saturated, of course, but they have a different look. If I want to have a clean professional look, I will go with the Pro filter. But the Floppy filter is very cheap, if you can find a floppy disk, and has a different look that could be really interesting for specific artistic projects. Modifying a camera for infrared is expensive, so if you don't have the budget for it, but you want to get the infrared look, I created the infrared LUT that recreate the look of infrared on any video footage and even on photos. It's on sale right now and there's a link in the description.